It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, your social media insurance broker, returning today to weapon tap on your head with another ADH wealth solution. Before I go in, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. So I guess no more chicken and biscuits for me. Oh, there's no biscuits left?
It's two biscuits left.
Oh, I didn't see the biscuits. Okay. All right. Buttermilk biscuits. My wife made buttermilk biscuits, y'all. From scratch at that. So, where was I? Oh, yes. So, today's title, Role Models. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Right. So, the reason I said that is, a lot of black men are going to be mad at me and think I'm this big policing or pandering, and I'm not. What I'm doing is this. Realistically, the women do need accountability, right? But we leave that to the women. But the accountability from the men's side has to come from the men to other men. But also what has to happen is shit like role models and teaching other men shit, right? So prime example, shout out to my man Larry from the No Regret Show. He was just talking about how, all these black social media influencers, all we seem to do is hop out the Lambo, you know. And after you take the course, you too can learn how to fucking rent a Ferrari. They rent a Ferrari, rent a Lambo, and then they come online and they tell you, hey, join my course. This is how I did it. Blah, 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 blah. Which ain't true. Right? But then what happens is, and again, shout to Larry, because he was like, the major issue, especially in black America, is, we go after the shiny things. We're like the magpie bird, right? We want to go after the shiny thing, right? And Syra, what's going on? So we go after the shiny things, and the problem with that is that we don't go for uh, the people who are actually making it, right? So like he was like, oh, I get all these kids. Thank you. There we go.
Actually, we're just gonna stop working again. I was gonna have to roll down.
That's all right. I just shake it a bunch.
I do that too, but it doesn't always work.
That's true. Sometimes it does. Have a good one.
You too.
So, it. We got a lot of these black guys who like fucking the flash, and the problem is that we don't appreciate the reality, the hard work that has to be done, right? So what has to be done in reality is dudes aren't just looking at the fucking Ferrari or the Lambo, but they're looking at the work you put in. So like Larry was saying, hey, I got a bunch of black kids who will come to my channel and be like, oh, you don't have a Ferrari or a luxury car or a big house and you're not wearing such and such name brand. You don't have money. And it's like, I do. The people who don't have money are the people who are just, no, see what's going on. He said I look like La Russell. That's the first time I've heard that. Usually I get Marcus Houston. But you might be a little young for that. But so what ends up happening is we like shit like this. Ooh, Mercedes, right? And while that's cool, we have to value the work put in to get the Mercedes, right? The work put in, the time, the energy, the effort, the values that it took me to get here, right? Because it wasn't just some overnight shit where one day I was, a regular dude, and then next thing you know, I'm balling out of control and Ferraris and shit. It took me some time to go from, 0 to 100. But I say all that because I remember, I realized that as black men, we gotta up our message, or the way we spread our message to the youth. And what I mean by that is we can't be just, spreading out this bullshit and wonder why the young black youth are the way they are, right? So we have to foster, the reality of us doing better, right? So I had these two boys who were 19 who I was talking with. I call them boys, they're young men, right? And they were talking about being parents. And here's one problem in the black community. We do things apparently the wrong way. I'm like, oh, y'all about to be fathers? Yeah. Oh, man, I need to get you to get some life insurance. Nah, man, I'm trying to get my credit right. If you die, sir, what does your good credit do for that child? Other than nothing, right? Other than not a goddamn thing. Right? So, what's the purpose? You 19 and you about to have this child. Did you know that things like life insurance add to your net worth? So that can actually help you improve your credit. You can actually start infinite banking. And because you're so young, you have the power of time on your hand, so you can compound that interest ridiculously. But we're not taught that. We're taught get credit so you can go buy some stuff, which is a liability. What is he gonna go do? Buy a car or a house? That's all he can get. That's all you need credit for, basically, realistically, is housing. Once you have housing, stuff like cars and stuff is nice. But again, realistically, you kind of want to buy stuff like cars cash. You really don't want to buy new cars. Unless you're completely financially secure, which most people aren't. Right? So they need something to help them to carry on. I will be going live again later today, y'all. I'm just taking y'all for my morning walk, and I'm going to run an errand. I'm dropping my uncle off at my grandmother's house this morning. But again, these are messages that if we as black men say, hey, look, bro, you need to get your life insurance right. Instead of paying $5,000 for a first birthday party to Chuck E. Cheese, something that your child ain't ever gonna remember. And then, 20 years later when you show them pictures, oh, this was your very first birthday party. Man. Instead of spending $5,000 on a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, because I had a black man do this. Oh, I want my baby to be worth millions. I want to have millions for my baby girl. Okay, you want to have millions for your baby girl? Yo, put a $500,000 life insurance policy on her. Put, I don't know, $250 a month away. It'll grow at compound interest, substantially better than the bank. And by the time she's 20, she'll have a shit ton of money. Nah, but I'll spend $5,000 on a first birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. Do you know who remembered that? Damn, this light ain't changed yet. You know who remembered that first birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese? He did. The people who came to the party and brought their 1-year-old child did. Their 1-year-old child ain't remember that shit. You don't have memories until you're at least 3 years old. Your brain hasn't developed the ability to memorize things, to retain things yet. It has to learn how to remember. So those early developmental years, people at my age in their 40s and 50s, we're used to this thing called savings bonds. People used to give us a $50 savings bond or a $100 savings bond. In 1984, I can't tell you how many $100 savings bonds I had. Because, everybody stocks and bonds. I'm 40 years old. Them $100 savings bonds are probably finally worth $100 now. That's a long ass light, yo. But on the flip side, one of the regional vice presidents from a ginormous insurance company I work with, she bought her 2 kids a life insurance policy whole life, spent $250 a month on it. When it came time for them to go to college, it was completely paid for through the life insurance policies because 20 years of compounding interest. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. I had a phone call, y'all. That was my uncle calling to see if I'm coming. This light is taking forever. If this light don't turn green next, I'm just going. Wow. This is crazy. This is the longest light I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, so, those young men at 19, he's worried about getting his credit right, which is cool. Yeah, at 19, you should be thinking about getting your credit right. But, bro, you done fucked up. You done busted all them in some girls' jibs, shot up the club. So now, you got to deal with what you got to deal with, Brody. Which is, you need to protect that future legacy, that child that you now have. So yeah, you're 19 years young, but you're a father now. So now you have to think of a responsibility of your family, right? So now it's like, okay, well, how do I take care of this kid if something happens to me? How do I take care of the income that I'm providing for these people? This wife and kid, or this baby mother and kid? Because, black men don't believe in having power, so we don't believe in getting married and having full families. We only believe in knocking bitches up and fucking creating broken families, right? Where the mother is there alone taking care of everything, and the father is nowhere to be found in the picture. Now, when we are involved, yeah, we are the most involved, but those are for the ones that are actually involved. Right? But statistically, I'm a product of it. My mother was a single mother. My father wasn't in the picture. Now, there's reasons for it, and I'm sure there's a lot of reasons a lot of times for that stuff going on. But in the grand scheme of things, men, we have to be more selective about who we choose to shoot up the club for. Right? Stop shooting up the club and then shirking your responsibility, because these two young 19-year-old men, right now he's worried about getting his credit right? So he's not going to get no life insurance. So then him and his baby mother aren't married, so she's going to go on child support. He's not going to have any life insurance, so he's going to be paying out the ass for child support. Because the judge is not going to say, oh, you're being a responsible adult. You're insured. Which means that if something happens, this child is still financially taken care of. Okay, we'll lower your monthly child support payment. But black men don't want to think like that. We want to think reactively, not proactively. Right? And unfortunately, at 19, you usually are thinking reactively, which, okay, no problem. But there's no other grown black men in his life that can tell him something different? Probably not, because all the 48 and 49-year-old men that I know that he hangs out with, because I hang out with the same men, are doing the same shit as him. So he's like, well, if you're doing the same shit that I'm doing and you're my father's age, then why wouldn't I just do it? Infinite intelligence, what's going on? I'm just belly aching right now doing a little trip. I'm going to do my article later on today with y'all when I roll my joint and stuff. We do the blunts and books. right? I may have to come up with a title for that. Smokables and I don't know. Headlines and hookah or something like that. I'll come up with a title for it. But my thing is, these young brothers, life insurance is literally that. It's life event insurance. It's not just a check when you die. So what happens is, wealthy people use it for tax loopholes and college savings plans and all this other stuff. And we just use it as, oh, well, when I die, somebody gets a check. And when we do that, we don't buy nearly enough. We buy a $250,000 policy and think that's supposed to set somebody for life. We buy $1 million policy and think that's supposed to set somebody for life. $1 million, guys, is only $50,000 a year for 20 years. That's all $1 million breaks down to, right? It's just most people have not held $1 million cash in their hand at one time, so it seems like a large amount. I promise you, if you are 40 years or older and you've been working for the last 20 years and you've made at least $50,000, you're literally a millionaire. You've made $1 million. Fucking slow drivers, you fucking chooch, go. Sorry, y'all. But so you're literally a millionaire in that sense. So, you know, those are things to just keep in mind as well. That, you know, like I was explaining to these young men, yeah, you can go and get your credit right, and that's cool. But a great way to build your credit is to have a good net worth. What is a great way to have a good net worth? Having cash value life insurance. Life insurance actually adds to your net worth. Now, yes, I sell other products outside of life insurance. I had a young woman who I sat with who got poisoned by Primerica, who was like, well, what else can you sell me besides life insurance? And the problem is this. Most people have no business buying anything outside of life insurance because you can't afford it. You know, Primerica will tell you, oh, buy term and invest the difference. You don't need to just buy life insurance. You can buy mutual. You know, it sounds nice it feels nice to say you're investing, but you're not actually investing if you're putting $25 a month into a mutual fund, when the minimum payment into a mutual fund is $25,000. So that means if you're with Primerica and you're putting $25 a month away into a mutual fund, for it to be the actual investment, you need to put $25 a month away for 1,000 months. Just to give you context, 360 months equals 30 years. So it sounds nice until the motherfucker tells you, yeah, you're putting $25 a month away for 30 years and you still haven't scratched the surface. Right? You almost have to wait 60 years to have that $25,000 by putting fucking $25 a month away. But it sounds nice to say, I got a mutual fund. I'm invested with Primerica. I bought term and invested the rest. Most Americans don't have access to $500, let alone $1,000 in the event of an emergency. If you don't have $1,000 liquid, you can't invest. I don't give a fuck what nobody tells you. You can't. It's coverage, savings, investments, right? Coverage. Why do you need coverage before savings? Coverage is your life insurance, your long-term care insurance, and your disability insurance or paycheck insurance, right? Those three things are what protect your most important asset, which is your ability to earn an income. If you get sick and can't go to work, the insurance will take care of you. If you get injured and can't go to work, the insurance will take care of you. Obviously, if you die, you can't go to work, the insurance will cover your loss of income for your family, right? Well, fucking go. If you're gonna jot out in fucking traffic, you fucking piece of shit. Excuse my language, y'all, but I just can't deal with fucking slow ass drivers. Right? So the insurance is that coverage that protects, right? Because if something happens to you while you're out there earning an income, you need to protect that income coming in constantly. So paycheck insurance or disability, long-term care, critical illness, health insurance, and obviously life insurance, right? That's your coverage. Now comes savings, where your savings is, okay, what if an emergency happens? My car breaks down, the house catches on fire, something, right? You need to protect for that. Okay. Now, once you've got your savings saved, now you can go for your investments. Because now you've got, a couple of months of your Dave Ramsey, who will tell you to buy term and invest the rest, or Sue Zorman, who will tell you to buy term and invest the rest, also have the motto that you should have 6 months of your expenses saved up, right? So how are you going to invest and you ain't got 6 months of your expenses saved? Right? So that's the type of stuff we're talking about here.
Hey,
what's up, Dante?
Right on time. Thank you, Lonzo. I appreciate it. Ooh, it's a beautiful day, ain't it?
It is.
Huh.
How's it going?
Good.
I'm on YouTube. Buckle up. I'm on YouTube right now, doing a broadcast.
Okay.
That's all right. Don't pull it so hard. There you go.
I'm sorry I didn't get you and Nikki nothing this time.
Oh, you ain't getting us nothing? No, get out. I ain't giving you no ride.
But how you doing on cash?
I'm alright. I mean, I'm not the greatest, but I can use some gas money.
Yeah, I can give you some gas money. So, I appreciate it. Because I was fitting to take the bus.
But I was gonna come have a little junction with you, but now you talking about you sick and stuff. So.
Yeah, I really, not sick, but don't feel good. You know what I mean? Like it's all nasal, and Greg is worse. He sounds terrible. Yeah.
Thank you.
Something for gas.
That's nice. Cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to take it easy because I still got a couple of shows to do this week.
Yeah. You just dropping it off and going back home, or you?
I know this fool see you.
Yeah, he's coming up.
Shit. No, I'm staying for a while.
Okay. Yeah, so you had a good time?
I had a great time, yeah. But I came back and started working right away. So
well, that's
one reason why
right?
I kind of don't feel good because I've been, nonstop.
Yeah.
And the trip was expensive. I still owe $1,500 on the credit card.
Good guy.
Yeah.
So y'all just did it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it was expensive, but why is it so hot in here?
This car holds heat. Remember, it's black leather. Usually I had a window.
I got the shirt in Italy.
Oh, yeah?
Nice one.
Yeah, that is nice.
And
it was linen?
Yeah, and these little shoes. These are, Hey Dudes,
Mm-hmm.
You can see.
Yeah.
They're comfortable, too. The Hey Dudes.
Well, that's nice.
Everybody been wearing them. I said, hey, dude, let me get me some shoes.
I'm wearing my driving shoes, my Mercedes-Benz, what's the name? My Benz Pumas. Let me turn this air up.
No, that's all right.
I done turned it on now. Yeah.
So Nikki in New York today?
She's home. She's probably going to the city tomorrow. I am about ready to start house hunting, I'll tell you that much, because I done went out to Shelton and all that. I went to the nicer areas.
Shelton?
Yeah.
Shelton's not a bad area because it's close to New Haven, it's close to Bridgeport.
Yeah.
It's not far from anywhere, really.
Yeah, see, I ain't want to be all in the sticks, because it's some places, like I was doing Uber Eats the other day, and I dropped some shit off here in East Haven, and it was just, I was like, ain't no lights, ain't no, no, I don't want to live around here. It was turning, and it was just like this.
What you mean, no lights? No street lights?
No street lights. I was like, because it's even like coming out here in the middle of the night, late night, ain't high visibility out this piece. Right. And then these back roads, going down these roads, it'd be like the movie Get Out. I ain't taking that turn. Nah. Yeah, fuck that. I ain't going down there.
East Haven ain't too. I mean, it's still close to New Haven. It's not too.
City Jet.
Too bad.
You in City Jet?
No, but Shelton ain't bad either. I mean, there's some nice, actually some really ritzy areas in Shelton.
Yeah.
And then,
But so yeah, right now I'm talking about these two young men that I know. Basically, I'm on YouTube. Say hi to the YouTube world, by the way.
What's up, big bro?
So I was just talking about, because influence of black men on youth, because I was watching a guy earlier that I watched called the No Regrets Show, and he was like, yo, it's crazy because these black financial influencers, he was like, you got real deal people like me who, I only got 2,000 followers, but you'll have some bullshit artist naming himself Stock Up with John, and he's got 1 million followers, but he doesn't have a license, he's not actually credentialed, and he'll just come out with a Ferrari, and because he came out with a Ferrari, everybody want to follow him. And I'm like, and the good guy was like, first of all, it's a rented Ferrari, and he ain't giving you no sound financial advice, right? Meanwhile, this is what ends up happening in the hood. And I was saying, there's two young boys I know who are 19 who I just spoke to in my neighborhood, live in my apartment complex. One of them is now a father. He's like, yeah, I'm about to have a baby. Oh, cool. I need to talk to you about getting life insurance. I ain't worried about that. I'm trying to get my credit right. Bro, what the fuck are you going to do with credit with no money that works with
Piece of purpose.
Yeah. If you got an 800 credit score, but you don't have the ability to pay back this loan, which is one of the things that is a requisite of a loan, is you have to show proof of ability to repay the loan, right? You actually don't have to do that when you have cash value life insurance. You take a loan from your life insurance or against your life insurance, you don't have to show proof of ability to pay it back. That's why people use the buy, borrow, die strategy, right? But so basically what I was saying is, as black men, we got to start enforcing outside of just the material shit. Now, here's the problem. We still need to enforce the material shit. I am one who's like, yeah, go for the material shit. That's what part of what life is about, is having materialistic shit. Right. We live in a material world. We are material, factual, actual, physical, tangible beings who consume factual, actual, tangible, physical stuff. So I'm all for getting the Lambo, getting the name brand clothing that you want, all of that. But at the same time, I'm also a person that is one for saving for the future. Right. But I'm also realist. I'm a realist. So I'm not one of those people who's going to say, don't do anything now, don't waste your money on this shit, save it for the future, because you could die tomorrow and then just have a shit ton of money saved up for no reason. So the way I do it is, look, if you like to buy Air Jordans and they come out with 4 pairs of Air Jordans a month, instead of buying 4 pairs of Air Jordans a month and only being able to do that for 2 years, come see me, spend what you would spend on that 4th pair of Jordans, so only buy 3 pairs of Jordans a month, and spend what you would spend on that 4th pair of Jordans on an investment with me. When you spend on an investment, I'm going to have you set up so that you could buy 3 pairs of Jordans a month every month for the rest of your life, instead of just for 2 whole summers. Which would you prefer?
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It really does.
It
makes sense, because people don't think long, especially when you're younger, don't think long term, and you have to. And like you said, so right there, materialistic things, we all want them and like them, but trust me, getting older, you think about the future. That's one reason why I go on little trips and stuff, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But I still be paying my life insurance and stuff every month and taking care of what I need to do, because that's important. It's important. And you realize how important it is the older you get. Shit, you're 40 now, right?
Yeah.
So,
What's crazy is at this age, this is where people really start thinking about stuff like life insurance and stuff. Because they're like, damn, I'm 40. I got a friend who's 55 who died yesterday from a heart attack and
For
left
real?
his no.
Oh.
But they'd be like, I got a friend who's 55 who died yesterday from a heart attack who left his wife and kids with nothing. That's only 15 years. 15 years ago when I was 25, I thought 40 was a long way away. Didn't know that 15 years would go that fast.
Right, shit.
You're
grateful to see it, because let me tell you.
Yeah, thank you, Infinite.
You wouldn't believe how many people on the ship that I seen my age that couldn't even get around. Yeah, canes and shit. I'm like, damn, y'all messed
Jackson,
up.
I'll name a car. Edit the Mercedes-Benz CLA 45, the AMG. I'm a Mercedes guy, so most of the vehicles you want to go in there.
No, I'm saying this dude, he's my age.
Yeah, walking around with a cane and can't barely walk. And tell grandma my mother hi and I love. Well, at least grandma. I think my mother at work.
She's at work, but I'm still gonna stop over and see her.
Well, she down there, right?
Yeah.
I might go stop by and say hi to her.
You look like Scooby-Doo.
Oh, there go my boy.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and shit.
He looked like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo right now.
Black version.
The black version, right?
Love you, Lonzo.
Love you too.
Before the summer, I want you to come over and hang out. Seriously.
Like I said, I was gonna come over and have a joint with you, but you're doing stuff with grandma. So.
Yeah, and then I'll be over at least a couple hours.
No problem. So. Love you later.
Call me though. All right, love you.
Oh, the Lexus LFA. Yo, the Lexus. Yo, them Lexus. What is it? The LC. That shit is hard, bro. That is a beautiful car. I ain't even gonna hold you. Before I bought this Benz, I wanted a Lexus. I wanted a Lexus LS 460. But the Lexus LS holds too much value. And for the model year that I was gonna get, they was trying to charge too much for like a 06, 07. I was like, nah, I need like a 2015 or better vehicle. Well, I wanted a 2010 or better, I should say. Alright, let me pull over somewhere and roll my blunt so I can continue talking my junk with y'all. And we can have blunts and books. And I gotta get y'all some wrenches out here. Hold on. But right now I'm driving around, so obviously it's a little difficult to do the wrench thing. But, so... I was saying, just like my uncle was saying, he's actually one of my life insurance clients. Now, he has a different type of policy. My uncle is damn near 60 years old, right? He has a final expense or a guaranteed issue policy because he doesn't have the greatest of health. Let's go infinite intelligence, add as a moderator. Business talk, what's good? Add as a moderator. So, these things, like I said, are very important. As black men, giving somebody a fucking signal, you chooch. Giving black men something to, consider that, we can look at for other than just, materialistic, right? Because like I said, there's nothing wrong with materialism, right? Nothing at all, right? If you ask me, you need materials in your life because like I said, we're all physical, tangible human beings and we are all materialists, right? However, right, the idea is that, let me see something. The best bet let me see something. Bro, y'all need a jump? Alright. I thought he needed a jump start. But bear with me, y'all. I'm going to get back to my gangster rap and insurance talk. Um, Business connections. Salute to you, yo, because I'm gonna partially blame you for my soon to be charging people, because you said to me, Alonzo, this is ridiculous, man. You're giving too much knowledge and nobody's putting money in your pocket. This is what he said. He said, Alonzo, this is ridiculous. You're giving all this knowledge and nobody's putting money in your pockets. You're giving people, this financial advice for free, and people normally pay for this. If they were to go to Fidelity, they'd have to pay for this. And he said, so you should start charging. He said, I'll pay, because you put in the work for this, right? And so, ladies and gentlemen, you could blame business connections for me charging a fee. But no, he's not the only person. I've actually gotten quite a few people who, and this is how you can tell who are official business people, because him and a few other people were like, yo, Alonzo, this you can't continue to do this. You have to eat, right? And they're like, listen, it's business, it's not personal. You want to charge me, I get it. It's business. If I was to go to the barber and get my hair cut, I got to pay them to cut my hair. If I go to a restaurant and get a steak, I got to pay them to make my steak. So it's the same thing. So yeah, I will be charging a fee to sit down with me and go over these. Ironically enough, I had somebody who hit me up on Facebook and was like, hey, I want to get some life insurance for my dad, and I see you talking about this life insurance with real estate. And I was like, well, for your dad, I could take care of that. But for the real estate, yeah, I charge a fee. You're going to have to sit down with me over that. That's not just some free shit, because that's knowledge you can take and go use with someone else. And I work on 100% commission. So if I don't make a sale, I don't get paid, right? But I look at that and I say all that to say that, especially as black men, we can't we can't allow this BS no more. And what am I talking about? Well, number one, you've got, you know, all these, like, I was watching the show the other day, and this guy was coming up and he's talking about Fresh and Fit, who, say what you want about them, they're content creators. That's what I'm going to say, right? And, the difficulty is that they, a lot of people aren't living what they're talking about, which there's nothing wrong with that if it's purely for entertainment, right? Like, rappers don't live what they talk about, obviously. I'm in the trap every day. How you make millions of dollars, you live in a multi-million-dollar house in a gated community. You're not in the trap, sir, right? But again, this is what's going to our impressionable kids. So they want to get credit so they can get, some fucking material bullshit that at the end of the day really doesn't matter much. And we as a whole are still left in the lurch. But like I said, shout out to Kay, because also business people are going to, like, I have a relative who's on TikTok. And by the way, follow me on TikTok /ahall374, social media insurance brother, right? But I have a relative who came to me and was like, yo, they call me Snoop. He said, yo, Snoop, why don't you have courses? Because I see all these other people online and they have all these courses and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And they don't know a lick of what you know. And I had explained to him, I guess I really should start doing courses, because I had a potential client the other day who was like, whoa, oh my God, when are you going to start your courses? Let me know, because I want to sign up for them. And, I come to realize that a lot of the information that's given is not always absorbed by everyone, right? The reason it's almost second nature to me is because I'm in the industry. But that's just like someone who's in the medical industry, right? They'll absorb the terms of the medical field with no problem. And, they might be able to regurgitate, hydroxychloroquine with no problem, while the average American is like, hi, the what now? Right? And that's because it's something that they do every day. Just like I mentioned, the reason in our community that life insurance isn't, well, with most people, but specifically in the black community, why life insurance isn't more of what it is because, number one, 5% of our industry is licensed. Of the licensed industry is black, right? Only 5.7% of licensed financial professionals are black. So you got a lot of Wall Street trappers and stock up with Larry Jones and this guy and that guy who are bullshit artists, right? Who, they got the gift of gab, but they never got the formal knowledge. So while they can spit a good one, it's not always legit. You know what? I gotta go get me a lighter. And something to drink while I'm at it. Yeah, let me do that. Take that with me while I go get me a lighter. And something to drink. But so if we cannot be in desperation mode, we'd be a lot better off, right? So the way that we're, pushed towards things can actually be uh, a great equalizer. And what I mean by push towards things is when we look at, I'm gonna get this prime. These shits are good. Tropical prime. Nice prime. Right. So. How you doing? Can I have a lighter?
Which one said big one?
A Bic, yeah.
Institute phone number, please.
So.
You need that, sir?
No, thank you.
Sit.
Thank you. You have a good day. All right. So, as I was saying, folks, Queena, what's going on? So, as I was saying, folks, one of those huge things is yes, the materialism is important. Don't get me wrong. You want to have your materialistic shit. I have my materialistic shit all the fucking time, right? But I've also gotten regular shit taken care of. So, yes, I have my materialism, my Mercedes Benz, right? Then I took it a step further because I'm a bit of a fanboy when it comes to Mercedes. So I went and I got the Mercedes Benz eyeglass holder for my car. But I'm a little bit more of a fanboy, right? So I went all the way fanboy and I got the Mercedes Benz driving shoe, right? So that's the Mercedes Benz Puma. Now, I might be benzed out, but I've also got other shit taken care of, right? So now that I've got other shit taken care of, I can benz out on stuff, right? Now, the thing is this. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with getting your material possessions. You should get your material possessions, right? If anybody tells you not to, they're kind of misleading you. Because the idea is not to hoard stuff for no fucking reason, but to actually, have it and use it, right? See, the poor think money or is to get stuff, right? The middle class think money is to build your credit, to get liabilities, and the wealthy think money is a tool to get more money. So, depending on where your mindset is how you will treat your money. And the reason I say where your mindset is because just because your bank account hasn't caught up doesn't mean that you're not well to do. I had to let the cops go by. So just because your bank account hasn't caught up doesn't mean that you're not well to do, right? There are a lot of situations where someone's bank account hasn't caught up to shit. My bank account hasn't caught up to my knowledge in financial services, right? I should be like a billionaire by now with the shit that I know, but unfortunately, also, you don't get the clientele who have the money. So that could change things too, right? But like I said, as black men, yes, we want to go for the damn material things. Absolutely. Because again, we live in a material world. So there's nothing wrong with materialism. Can you fucking turn already? Why do you need to come to a complete stop to turn? There's nobody in front of you. Oh my fucking God, I hate people who don't know how to drive. Cherie, what's up? So, as black men, yes, we can foster the materialism. But let's foster teaching our young brothers something other than being a baby's daddy. Because it's shameful to me that at 40 years old, I'm having the same conversation with somebody who's 19 and somebody who's 49. Yeah. Your bank account doesn't always catch up, especially folks like me. And Cherie, I got to talk to you because I want to talk to a loan originator about this collateral assignment stuff. I might have to give you a call behind the scenes because I know you work in the mortgage industry. And there's some things that, even though our industries cross, there's some things that don't exactly translate the same. And I'd like a little bit of clarity on them. But, as black men, we need to foster materialism. Am I going to tell you not to go after the material things? Hell no. I'm going to tell you to go after the material stuff because that's the real world that we live in. It's a materialistic world with materialistic people, right? So, I say go after the materials. It says, you have my number, I'm free. Okay. Definitely. Also, June 7th, this Friday, I'll be doing a webinar with another buddy of mine who's a mortgage loan originator talking about should you rent or buy. I'll put it in my community page. I don't like to, I've known about it for like 3 weeks, but I don't like to do them too far in advance because people forget about it. My boss doesn't seem to understand that, but you know, it is what it is. I'm like, he's like, yeah, I don't see you advertising. I'm like, I'm the only person advertising. It ain't my webinar. You getting the leads off of this. Oh my God, these Slowpoke Rodriguez's. Give me a second, y'all. I drive 100 miles an hour on the highway. These people are doing like 40. And it's getting aggravating. What can I say? I have a sports car. I don't just have a Benz. I have a sports edition Benz. So, one thing that I found important is, yes, teach these young brothers, get your credit right, but show them why, right? Why do you want to have good credit? Because if you didn't know, ironically enough, life insurance can actually help you get better rates for loans, right? Because the security. Now, I don't know, Cherie, if you're still there, are you familiar with collateralized loans? Because my mortgage loan originator was like, well, why would they want, life insurance as opposed to, the physical property? And I had to explain because the life insurance is literally collateral. So you're collateralizing your... Go, dude! Oh my God. These non-driving ass people. So, yeah. Using the life insurance as collateral for the loan. But my thing is, if we could have older brothers teaching young brothers some game, some real game, as opposed to, how you got to get these women to submit. Bruh, if you ain't figured that out 30 years ago, you 60 years old, BGS. What the fuck are you talking about? Dr. Ron O'Neill, Dr. T. Hassan Johnson. That's what you got these men running around here talking about, red pill and all this dumbness. Meanwhile, as black men, we're being defeated on every metric that matters. Right? Shit. Even when it comes to criminality, we're being defeated in criminality as black men. If we're gonna take hold of something, all right, well, look, if you want to take hold of something, because the image of us that's portrayed is criminals on media. Criminals. Thug, gangster, dope dealer, pimp. Always laundered my money. Maybe I went from dope dealer to club owner. Never anything legitimate. Right? NC Worker, what's going on, brother? Yeah, Cherie. What I am going to do is, you know what? Fuck it. Because we have a connection, just because of the YouTube, and you've sent me potential business, and I appreciate you for that. I want to work with you as a lender in learning this strategy. It's called a collateral assignment. Okay? This is where you have your borrower actually use their life insurance as collateral. So they assign the death benefit to you, the lender. So let's say I have $1 million life insurance policy, cash value, that's been enforced. So here's the rules. Number one, the policy needs to be cash value accumulating, and it needs to have been enforced for at least 2 years. Right? So there's got some cash value attached to it. Then you could actually use that policy as collateral, right? So I assign it to your mortgage company. Let's say I wanted $250,000 loan for a property, but I have this $1 million death benefit as collateral, and it's got $50,000 of cash value. So I take that $1 million death benefit and I assign the $250,000 to you, the lender. Should I die, you'll get $250,000 of this $1 million. Guaranteed. It's a cash value policy. It's been enforced for at least 2 years. I got it for a reason other than using it for collateral. But it just so happens that I can use it for collateral. And why, Nikki, what's going on? Right? So, now, in using that life insurance as collateral, should I die, you get your whole $250,000. Should I live and default on the loan, as opposed to you having to go through foreclosure, because financial lending institutions aren't in the business of owning properties. So it ends up being a fire sale. You end up short selling. You end up selling for a loss often. Because that's what the short and a short sale is. It's not that it's faster. It's usually we're taking a loss. So, you know, instead of doing the short sale and all that and going through the foreclosure process, which can take years, no problem, New York, Nikki. Going through the foreclosure process, which can take years, you have the assignment of the life insurance policy. So should they have cash value in that policy, let's say they've been paying the loan for 5 years and they only owe you $100,000, and they happen to have $150,000 of cash in their life insurance policy. Turn, motherfucker, get over. Right? They can take that. You can then go, okay, well, they've defaulted on their loan. Turn this air conditioner on. So I'm going to take this life insurance policy and cancel it. When I cancel it, yeah, you, the customer, no longer have life insurance, but I, the lending institution, get my full $100,000 back. Why? Because that's part of the collateral assignment. Somebody, don't believe me, go to Google and type in, can you buy life insurance? Can you buy a house using life insurance? You will see from Investopedia it says, yes, you can attain a mortgage with your life insurance policy and likely get even more favorable rates. Right? Why? Because it's guaranteed money. The money is actually there in a life insurance policy because it's there at the company. Sir, what are you doing? Can you go? You did all this to get in front of me. Go somewhere. You fucking assholes. Oh my God, you niggas can't drive. There's no reason I should have got that light. I'm sorry, y'all. I have road rage. And like I said, when you have a luxury car, mind y'all, I don't just have a Benz, I have a sports car. Mine is the sport model. So, you know, I don't have 200 on the dash. I only got 160 on the dash. But I like to push this puppy. And that's what these German engineer cars are made for. They're not made for this putt-putt slow driving. You're supposed to go in these. Because again, if you have the Sport or the AMG, those are meant to be driven fast. If you have the luxury, you can style and profile. But this is the thing. People get luxury cars and don't know what they're getting. Right? Like I got a bunch of people who, oh, you got a Benz. Yeah, but this is a sports car. It's not just a regular Benz. This is even though it's still a regular because it's not an AMG and it's not an 8-cylinder. Okay, get the fuck out the way, you fucking piece of shit. Oh my God, nigga, the speed limit is 20 miles an hour. You're doing 10. But yeah, so you got to know the different types of Benzes, right? And then like the different numbers. Like I want a double-digit Benz, which is an AMG. Right? Yeah, ladies and gents, make sure y'all share. Share. Right? But like I said, this shit is crazy. And I know I'm all over the place. Make sure y'all look for it in my community tab. I'm having a webinar Friday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're going to be talking about should you rent or buy. And I'm going to be talking about how you can use life insurance for your down payment on your home. Because you can also use, if you don't want to use it to acquire the mortgage, you can use your life insurance as a down payment for the home, right? So this would be to realtors, because realtors will send you to go get your credit repaired. And just like me and my uncle were saying earlier, if you have an 800 credit score, that's excellent. People will be willing to lend you money. However, if you don't have an income that supports them lending you a large amount of money, you're not going to get the large amount of money. Right? So that's the way that it works. Well, you got to register, so I got to put it up for y'all. So I put it up later on in the day, so y'all will have a week to register for it. Right? But, you know, I want to also do one talking about the collateral assignment, because the collateral assignment is also, if you want an SBA loan from the government, you have to have life insurance in order to get a small business loan. So when people are telling you this bullshit on LLC Twitter about open an LLC and you'll get $150,000 worth of business credit with no documents, no personal guarantee, they're bullshitting you. And a great way to get approved for a loan is actually having life insurance. Because again, life insurance is an actual asset. So because it's an asset, people value it. Right? Don't trust me. Go to Google. Go to Google and ask Google, is life insurance an asset? They'll tell you, depending on the policy, a cash value life insurance policy can be an asset. Right? Because again, I'm sitting here driving around like gas ain't $6 a gallon. Like I'm a millionaire or some shit. Like I'm a liquid millionaire. I mean, I am a millionaire, but I'm not a liquid millionaire. Meaning that I don't have the money liquid, the millions of dollars liquid. Right? So that's the difference. Right? But, damn girl, she got a shape on her. Let me stop. So, the thing about it is this, right? There's so many different uses for life insurance as an asset class, but what we as a people need to do, like I said, we need to focus on the black men. And the black men as a whole need to foster something into the children. I think I'm going to take y'all, actually I'm going to do this right quick. I'm going to take y'all with me through the hood. If this person would go at some rate of speed. Come on, you chooch. Oh my fucking God. That motherfucker was just driving hella slow. Fuck around and cause me to shoot them. I ain't trying to shoot nobody. Damn. Watch her, brother. She got the coochie cutters on. It is summertime, right? Oh yeah, I'm a little bit of a pervert. But like I said, I'll say it to the young girls. I'll be like, yeah, you ain't know you talking to a dirty old man, right? Just to be funny. I'll catch the replay later. I'm at work. No problem. You know me, I talk a bunch of crap. But I drop gems all in between. Right? It, like I said, man, it's important as black men to foster some kind of positivity, because it broke my heart to hear this young black man talk about how he wants this good credit, but he doesn't have the income to back it up. So again, you can have an 800 credit score, but without the income to back it up, you don't get the loan. People think it's just about credit score. There's credit score, debt to income ratio, credit utilization, but there's also ability to pay back the loan. You have to show ability to pay it back. TWP was popping, right? So if you don't have the ability to pay back the loan, you ain't paying it. You ain't getting the loan. Well, again, life insurance is a great way to help against that. You know, we got brothers on these channels who talk about child support. My thing is this. It's a bit of an oxymoron. And I know to be alive is to be, you know, a contradiction in itself, right? Because just to be alive and to be human, there's going to be constant contradictions. But one crazy contradiction is these dudes are mad about single mothers who what supposedly want them to take care of Pookie and Ray Ray's kids, yet simultaneously they're upset about child support. But you shouldn't be upset about child support because Pookie and Ray Ray should be the ones on child support or avoiding child support. So how are you upset about child support? Simultaneously, you're upset about Pookie and Ray Ray producing all of the kids. When 80% of the babies are born by Pookie and Ray Ray, whatever the fuck y'all say. Y'all like to throw these numbers out here. And I'm starting to get upset because I don't want to call these men y'all. But y'all are that. And, you know, I'm starting to realize and almost separate myself from a lot of your talking points. I'm still cool with a lot of you dudes, but your talking points are off. And as a man, if you can't accept me not dealing with, you know, agreeing with everything you say, then, you know, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. But, you know, I think as men, we could agree to disagree. Because there's some men who, you know, shit. Like my man Keeping It 100. A.K.A. Marcus Aurelius. He's out on these YouTube streets. We disagree on a whole bunch of shit. But we're still good. You know, I mean, we haven't physically met, but we're cordial. We're cool people. I shout him out. He'll shout me out. Right? We'll still hold banter back and forth. Shit, there was this Puerto Rican dude who I was on named Just Jay. Me and him got into a heated argument. And then we ended it, and I was like, the host was like, oh, guys, chill. I was like, dude, this is the internet. I'm not taking it serious. He was like, yeah, nah. I said, I did have a guy run up on me in real life off of that. He said, I hope you popped his top. I would never run up on you, even though we're fucking arguing and calling each other all kinds of bitch ass niggas online. It's online, dude. I don't give a fuck. Like, this is in real life. I'm not gonna be trying to fucking, you know, go at it with you. We're having a debate, and if we were going at it, it would just be again verbal intercourse, right? But that's one thing that brothers we need to practice more of. And we do a lot of it. You know how we do a lot of it? And we got thick skin. We just have to learn that it translates to other places. We do a lot of snapping and dozens. You can't tell me you ain't been with the folks snapping. Right? Joking on somebody. And while you and your man is joking on your brother or your homeboy, he's taking it like nothing. Right? So that's one thing. Another thing, and I'm going to bring it back to life insurance. You know, I find it funny that a lot of these rappers mention some sort of life insurance. Sheik Luch said it in Money, Power, Respect. Stack something for the future. Because you figure you're going to be older way longer than you're going to be younger. What the fuck? Okay, let me get past this piece of shit. This dog driving motherfucker. Right? So, Sheik Luch said it. You stack for the future because you figure you're going to be older way longer than you're going to be younger. Buddy power, respect. Right? Fucking, what's that rapper? Young Dolph. Life insurance on my chain. Rappers be talking about life insurance all the time. Because they're always talking about murder and mayhem. Somebody's, oh, what the fuck? What is it with you motherfuckers in your fucking rap for? Why are you niggas driving 10 miles an hour? God damn, the speed limit is 25. What was I saying now? Yeah, I gotta turn this AC on or open these windows. Let me open these windows. My car all smoky. Right? But yeah, so there needs to be something fostered because all these rappers are talking about life insurance. Like it's nobody's business. Every song they talk about life insurance. So that means that it's got to be something to it. Again, the wealthy are using life insurance for a bunch of shit, right? If they weren't, that ask why is there a recent article where Democrats are saying life insurance is, they want to tax life insurance because the wealthy are using it as a tax loophole. Okay? Go to Google and type in Democrats blast life insurance. Right? Since everybody likes to go to Google for shit. Right? So look it up. Why the fuck is everybody I get behind driving like a fucking ape? Speed up. Jesus Christ. I forgot what I was saying now because I get so frustrated with these damn driving conditions. People fucking can't drive. It's annoying. Like, they have no concept of what's going on around them. Did she put on her hazards? Is that Jed? That's Jed. Yeah, so again, you know, even rappers have to get, they have to sign for a life insurance policy. They have to to do the physical exam because the record label is going to take something called COLI out on them. COLI is corporate-owned life insurance. So the way corporate-owned life insurance works is, actually Walmart got in trouble for this. So they put a life insurance policy on their employees. When their employees die, they collect the death benefit, not the employee's family. You can actually Google what is COLI, corporate-owned life insurance. You can actually Google Walmart COLI lawsuit, right? Because again, Walmart got sued for corporate-owned life insurance. So again, people think that life insurance is just a check when you die. It's a whole bunch of other shit. So people think that life insurance is just a check when you die. But let's see, what is this? Okay. So Again, you can use it for a shit ton of reasons. Prime example, I have a client who is, what is he, 45 years old. No wife, no kids. He has $3.2 million worth of life insurance. Why does he need that much death benefit? Well, one is for mortgage protection, to cover his mortgage if he should die. He can leave the house to his, his family, his brothers and mother and sister and such. Two, he's actually using the death benefit for leverage. So he'll be able to, again, borrow against that life insurance and buy more real estate in New York City. Right? Now, this particular individual does work in the entertainment industry. You'll probably be familiar with some people he's affiliated with. A rapper by the name of 50 Cent. Unfortunately, it's not the rapper by the name of 50 Cent. Otherwise, I'd have substantially more money, right? But somewhat affiliated with the rapper 50 Cent, right? So you can see that it's for a multitude of uses, right? The wealthy will insure one life at least 7 times. So life insurance can be used for so many more things. You can use it for something called a buy-sell agreement. Again, I'm just telling you, what it can be used for, not how it can be used and all of that. Where the fuck do you think you're going, dude? What are you doing? Wow. So at any rate, it's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, and I've just wiped and tapped on your head with another ADH wealth solution. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.